Hi everyone, welcome to another Yarn Scrap Friday, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a little quick flower, but it's a little bit different and it starts off a bit different, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, so to make this little flower we're going to be using two colours, one for the centre, one for the petals, and I've chosen, I'm going to do a purple and a green for the centre, and this is a DK light worsted weight yarn. That's a yarn weight of 3, but you can use any yarn that you like that you have in your stash, and with that I'm going to be using a 3.5mm E4 crochet hook, but you can use any hook size that is suitable for the yarn that you are using. And also a good idea to have a pair of scissors and a yarn tapestry needle as well for sewing in those ends. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so to make this flower we're going to start off with the centre colour first, and it's actually going to be worked a little bit different. So rather than doing a chain 4 loop or a magic circle, what we're going to do is we're going to do our little slip knot first, and then we're going to chain 2. We're only going to chain 2, so chain 1 and then chain another, so chain 2. We've got 2 little chains, and what we're going to do is we're going to work some stitches into the first chain. So we're going to put our hook into that first chain like that, and then we're going to work 5 single crochets. This pattern's in US terminology. You're going to work 5 single crochets into this first chain. So we're going to bring the yarn through the first chain, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both loops to do a single crochet. We'll do 5 of those, so we're going to go back into that first chain again, do another single crochet, 2, move it out of the way, 2, and then we're going to do another one, back into that first chain, and do another 3, then back into the first chain again, do another single crochet, 4, then one more, back into that first chain, 5. Okay, so we've got 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put our hook into our first single crochet that we did under both loops. So one loop into the stitch as normal, like so, but instead of yarning over with the green to do a slip stitch, we're going to yarn over with our petal colour. So in this case my purple. I'm just going to put that over my hook and hold it with my finger, bring that through the single crochet, and then bring it straight through the loop on your hook as well to do a slip stitch. You should now be working with your petal colour, and we'll just pull our green tail end, but then we're going to cut our green because we've finished with our green. So that creates the centre, so the little circle of stitches we created a little bit differently by just working into the first chain, so it makes a nice small central piece like so. But to make the petals, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 6 from there. So we're going to chain 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so we chained 6. Then what we're going to do is we're going to work into our second stitch from hook. Now our second stitch from hook, we don't count the loop on a hook. There's our first one, there's our second. So put your hook into that second chain, that second stitch from your hook, but only go under one bit of yarn. The reason for that is because we want to work into these chains again, and just working under one bit of yarn helps you to see the chains when you need to work into them again. So going into that second stitch just under one loop, we're going to do a single crochet again. Okay, so just a single crochet. Then in the next chain down we're going to do a half double crochet. So we yarn over, again only going under one bit of yarn, one loop, bring the yarn through, got 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 to do a half double crochet. Then in the next chain we're going to do a double crochet, so yarn over, again only going under one bit of yarn, bring the yarn through, got 3 loops, and with a double crochet we yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then in the next chain, the 4th one along, we're going to yarn over and do a half double crochet again, half double crochet. So we're going back down in size, pull through all 3. Then in the last chain we're going to do a single crochet. Okay, single crochet. Okay, and that completes half a petal. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put our hook into the same stitch that we slip stitched into, which is this one here. Okay, so these sort of 2 stitches here are actually counted as 1 because this one is technically on top of this one. So don't get confused, but that's the one we slip stitched into. So we're going to go back into there and just do a little slip stitch straight for the loop on your hook. Then we're going to turn our work upside down, and this is why we cut our green so it doesn't get in the way, and we're going to work back into the chains again in the opposite direction. Okay, so there was the last one we worked into. Hopefully you should be able to see it if you worked under 1 loop only. So put your hook back into there, that last chain you worked into, and do a single crochet without getting all your tails in the way. Do a single crochet. Okay, like that. Then in the next chain we're going to do a half double crochet. We're basically going to mirror this side. So in the next chain, and I have done a video in more detail of working into your foundation stitches if you want to check them out. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. Half double crochet. Then in the next chain up we do the double crochet. Okay, double crochet. Then in the next chain we do the half double crochet. Pull through all 3. And that should leave you with 1, which is a little bit sometimes harder to see, just on the end there. So you can just put your hook where you think it will be and just give it a little push and it should find it. In there we're going to do our single crochet. Like that. And there is our completed petal, but what we need to do is get back down to the base. So we're going to find our stitches that we did here, and we're just going to put our hook into them and do a slip stitch back down. So 1 slip stitch into each stitch back to the base. 2, should have 5, 3, 4, and 1 more, little one on the corner there, the end rather, a little bit smaller, 5. Okay, so 1 slip stitch in the 5 stitches back down to the base, and then what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the next main stitch on the green. So find the next stitch along and do a little slip stitch into there, and we're going to repeat the whole process, so until we got 5 petals basically. So chain 6 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and try not to do your chains too small or tight so you can see them nice and clearly. Chain 5, chain 6 rather, we need to chain 6, don't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then in our second stitch from hook, so don't count the loop on your hook, 1 and 2. In that second one we do a single crochet, only going under 1 loop, single crochet. Next chain we do a half double crochet. Then in the next chain we do a double crochet. Okay, then in the next chain we do a half double crochet. And then that should leave you with 1 chain left, and in there we do our single crochet. Then what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the same stitch we just slip stitched into. So when we moved over to that next stitch we did our slip stitch, we're going to put our hook back into there and do another slip stitch. Okay, then we turn our work round, bring your yarn round to here, get your hook over, and then you should find your first, the last chain you worked into now becomes your first. So we put our hook into there, and we'd go back up, we'd do a single crochet, just mirror the other side, so single crochet, then a half double crochet in the next one, then a double crochet in the next one, a half double crochet in the next one, and then right at the end we do a little single crochet. Okay, and then we slip stitch back down to the bottom in these stitches on the left hand side. Slip stitch back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, which is always a bit smaller, 5. Okay, and then we slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay, slip stitch into the next stitch on the green. There we go, there is our second petals. We just repeat that all the way around, so we've got 5 petals. Okay, so we chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain 6. Then we do a single crochet in our second stitch from hook. Do half double crochet. Do double crochet. And half double crochet. Single crochet, and then when we get back to here we need to slip stitch into the same stitch we slip stitch into, so not the next one, the same one. Okay, the same one. Do a little slip stitch in there, turn your work upside down, bring your yarn around to here, turn upside down, and then work back into these stitches. Okay, so there's our first one. Do a single crochet, half double crochet in the next one, double crochet, and half double crochet, and then a single crochet right at the end. Top, and then we slip stitch back down to the base. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we slip stitch into the next stitch for our next petal. Okay, so go into the next stitch and do a slip stitch, and then we do the same thing again. We chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Single crochet in our second 3, 4, 5, second stitch and hook, single crochet, then a half double crochet in the next stitch, the next chain, then a double crochet, then a half double crochet, then a single crochet in the last one. Then we slip stitch into the same stitch we slip stitched into. Let's go back into there and do a slip stitch. Then turn your work upside down, bring your yarn round so we can crochet back in the opposite direction. And try not to miss that first chain there, and do a single crochet. Then we do a half double crochet. Oops. Then we do a double crochet, then we do a half double crochet, and then we do a single crochet. Okay, then slip stitch back down to the base. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we slip stitch into the last stitch there. This is our last one. Slip stitch into there. I don't think I've gone into that very well, have I? Let's try that again. Here we go. And we do the same thing again. We chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Single crochet in our second stitch from hook. Single crochet, then a half double crochet in the next chain. Then a double crochet in the next chain. I think my chain's all over the place. Double crochet, then a half double crochet in the next chain, then a single crochet in that last one, single crochet, then we slip stitch into the same stitch we just slip stitched into on the green, that last one. Do a little slip stitch in there, turn our work upside down, go back in the opposite direction, starting in that first one, do a single crochet, half double crochet in the next one, double crochet in the next chain, half double crochet in the next chain, and then hopefully we got one left right at the top. Do a single crochet, then slip stitch back down to the base. Oops. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more, 5. And then when you're back at the beginning, we just slip stitch into the very first one that we worked into. This here is what I call a fake stitch, so we can just help that to disappear by pulling our green tail ends like that. So find the first one you slip stitched into, which should be there at the base of your first petal. Hook into there and do a little slip stitch like so, and we finished. So we can cut our yarn and just pull tail end through, get our yarn needle, and you can tie in your tail ends if you want to, or you can keep them on the back. I'm just going to sew that to the back, just through a bit of yarn there just to get that on the back. And then you can use these tail ends, you can either sew them in and hide them, or you can use them to tie them onto whatever you want to tie them onto, like a bag or a hat, as an applique. And there we go, there is our little unusual 5-petal flower using a different beginning method. You can make lots of these and make them into a hairband, or you can make them into bunting, whatever you fancy. But I'll see you soon for some more crochet fun. But before I go, I'm actually going to introduce to you my new website. My new website has finally launched. The old website, which has been around for about 6 years now, slowly became a little bit more confusing as I started to make all my crochet patterns free. So hopefully over this screen you're seeing the new design, And this website is going to be a lot more user-friendly. You can now view the patterns straight on the page, and you'll either see a little PDF you can download directly on the page if there is one available, or a little print button so you can print directly to your printer settings and print out the page. It's a sort of print user-friendly as well, and there should also be a nice tablet and mobile version as well, which looks a lot better. So do go check that out if you want to check out lots of free patterns. There's a lot more on the new website than there was on the old website, and I'm constantly adding all my patterns, and I'm trying to write up all my video tutorials as well, so you can have them as written versions. I'm getting them all off the blog as well. I'm putting them on the website. So go and have a look. Let me know what you think. And I will see you soon for some more crochet fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.